Hey, besties. Okay, so I've been meaning to do this for a little while, mainly just because I like giving already existing Sims makeovers. You know how when you go into CAS and like there will always be like a default Sim that sort of just spawns in. Some of them are really interesting, and so I went and I looked on the gallery, and it turns out that Maxis actually posts all of the like default Sims, like the default CAS Sims on the gallery, like with their backstories and everything. So of course I kind of had to make this like a little mini series, and so I wanted to like make sure that I styled the Sim with a little bit of their story in mind. Not that their stories are like really complicated or anything, because they're not really supposed to be. They're supposed to be like possible new starter Sims that you can just like jump into the game with if you don't really care about like making your own Sim. And so our first Sim is Camille, and she's supposed to be basically like a chef, a French chef with Moroccan heritage, and she runs a cafe. Like those like all the important things about Camille. And so I wanted to really just make her look better. I didn't really like change anything about any of their faces or anything, because I think that they all have something to offer the Sim world. And I always loved the Sim. I think she had a great face, and I'm glad that I actually got to change her and know like what her backstory is, because when they just sort of spawn in CAS, like you don't get to see what like the intentions are aside from like the chef outfit. Like I didn't know that like she was French with like Moroccan heritage. Like I didn't know anything about that. And I think it's interesting, and I like that they actually thought about like taking the time to give them each their own story. I thought it was really cool. But since we're not able to do all of them in CAS today, I was only able to do 8, and I think I tried to do like the first 8 that I saw in order, and so I'll probably do another set of 8 if you guys want. Please do let me know. But I've really been like holding myself accountable and giving all my Sims at least one outfit in each category. And for Camille, since she's a chef, I gave her like one chef everyday wear and then one regular everyday wear, because I feel like a lot of times like the Sims team, when they like style Sims, like they style them too work focused, you know. She's not at work all the time. Like she's not gonna need like the chef attire all the time in like everyday life. So like I don't feel like she should only have one everyday wear outfit that's like entirely centered around her career. So I always try to make sure that like I fix that. I do it with teens too, because sometimes they'll have like teens in like a school uniform, but it's like they're not at school all the time. So I kind of like to give them another option that fits more with just like their regular personality. And I tried to keep her very like blue, black, gray, because I just think that those are really pretty, and because she has like orange hair, so I know that orange and blue really go together very well. So I really tried to play that up a lot. Oh, and I did try to do like yellows too, because her locks have those like gold cuffs on them. So I wanted to try to incorporate golds and I guess like yellows in as well, especially for like the warmer outfits. Because I feel like people tend to wear yellow more so in the summer and spring rather than the winter and fall, because it just sort of fits the season. And I actually gave her sunglasses. Crazy. Like, I've been really trying to experiment with like different accessories that I never use. Because usually if I give my Sims sunglasses, it's like the ones on top of their heads. But like I like to be able to see their eyes at all instances. So sunglasses with the eyes blacked out is something that I've never ever done. But we move on to the next sim, and the next sim is Mia. Mia has a girlfriend called Della, and she's friends with Noah, who I think I also give a makeover to in this like section. But I don't think we get to Della in this little 8 group. But I think that's really cool too, that they like have more than just like a backstory even, like because you know how they get down at the Sims. Like usually the bare minimum is enough for me to like clap a little. Like the fact that they have background stories is great, love that. But the fact that they have background stories that connect to each other, delightful, love that, love to see it. She is the moment, like it's beautiful, lovely. I really was shocked when I saw that because again, I really wasn't expecting much, but I think it's really fun. And then I got to like think about how like their styles would like match or not match with each other. I don't know, it was just cool to think about them as more than just like empty sim shells. Like having the stories really makes them feel like people, or at least like sims that like I would create with a backstory in mind. And so for me, I wanted more like alternative because I'm pretty sure she's like athletic and she had like a beanie, that like awful haircut, that like short haircut, didn't like that. So I wanted to keep the vibes, like the cool, slightly edgy vibes, but make them look better. And so I'm pretty sure I gave her like better tattoos, including the one on the hand, because I love a good hand tattoo. And I really love this formal wear outfit. I think it's really pretty. And I love like the little green suit. And I think she looks really good in green actually, because even the green eyeshadow looks really nice. And honestly, like when remaking these Sims, something that really like jumped out at me is just how like old this game is. Like I don't really tend to think about it often, because of course I have like CC and stuff, so like I feel like I'm constantly getting new little tidbits of fun stuff that I can like use to style my Sims with. But like when you see the default Sims, it's like this game is really old. Like some of the fashion choices are just very 2014, which I'm pretty sure is when this game came out. And like just thinking about like how much time has passed since I like started playing this game, it feels very existential to me. But like it also shows like how many different fashion styles we've had like since the game came out. And you can see again, especially with default Sims, like base game stuff really needs an update. Like the base game hairs and like the like first base game outfits really need help. And we move on to Noah, who's her bestie basically. And I was really trying to avoid doing male Sims. But I was like, you know what, let me be brave, let me just do 2 of them, you know, not too much, but just enough. And it wasn't that bad because I didn't have to make them, you know. I feel like I can give them a makeover without like exploding, but creating them from scratch really it's not my preferred playstyle. And I try to avoid it when I can. But it was easy. It was much easier to just like style them because I have enough CC for the most part in terms of like clothes that like it's not super difficult to style a male sim, sort of. And it was so much faster. I was like zooming through all the outfits because it's a lot easier, I think, to style male Sims. And I've used this outfit at least 3 different times, but let's pretend that it's the first time you saw it. It's great, isn't it? It's so good. I will not be shamed either. Okay, I love that corset. It's really cute, and it came with the pants. Like, it came with, they have to go together. They have to. I don't make the rules. They have to go together, and I love it every time. And see, like, we're already done. Look at that. Look how fast. And then we move on to Sydney. And I like Sydney. She pops up all the time for me, like when I open CAS. And I enjoy her face every time. I usually keep her, actually, because she sort of helps break up the same face syndrome Sims that I can sometimes fall into. And especially if it's like a legacy save and I need like fresh blood for my Sims to like add to the family, I will usually just like keep her and give her a makeover and then just like choose a name, because usually in CAS like they don't pop up with their name, they're just like random Sims. So I'm really glad that they actually do have names, and her name is Sydney, so I know now to like keep that because I like that name and I think it like fit with her. And so I wanted to give like just a little bit of office siren, like a little bit. And it kind of inspired me to do an office siren lookbook video, which you'll see later. I've done it. I did it. I wasn't going to at first, but like the vibes were kind of nice. I kind of liked it on Sydney, so I figured why not. And I don't really remember why I went over Siren. I'm assuming it had something to do with her backstory a little bit. Yeah, I kind of went like business casual. Business casual with like the rest of her outfits. But it was fun. Like, she looks good, I think. And I was definitely like experimenting with things that I don't usually pair together, so that's good. And I gave her the short hair. I forgot to talk about this. I gave her like this short haircut. It's by Sim Mandy, and I think it's old. Like, it's not like super old, but like it's definitely not new either. And I think I've had it for quite some time, and I use it very occasionally, but when I do use it, I always really enjoy it because there's nothing like it. There's nothing that's like Maxis match that like looks that good, that's that short, that has like no clipping issues and like the right colors. Like it works. It's so good. Love it. And I also gave her this like Dalmatian dress because I thought that was really fun too. And I was keeping her very like businessy. She kind of reminds me of my mother, actually. And so I kind of wanted to keep like the black and white color palette because like black is my mom's favorite color. So I do kind of deviate from the black and white color palette just a little bit occasionally for fun. But it was fun. I don't usually do black and white that much, but I kind of want to more. Maybe like a black and white CAS challenge, like not like the black and white CAS challenge, but like a black and white CAS challenge where I can just like style them all in black and white. That'd be fun, I think. The black and white CAS challenge, I feel like I would hate what I created and therefore not want to post the video. I mean, like, I like fun. Like, I like fun sim challenges, but like, if I don't like the way that it turned out, I don't know. I don't know if you would ever see that. But we move on to Zoe, and her face is just a little much for me. Like, the proportions are like a lot. Like, I like it, but like her eyes were really big, and I love a good big eye, but like it's always really big, and like it just needs to be like restructured a little bit. So I attempted just like a little light restructuring, and I think that helped a little bit. Of course her eyes are still big, but that's nice. I'm okay with that. I've accepted that. And I feel like it was one of her like defining features anyway, so like I should keep it. And so for Zoe, at first I kind of wanted to go a little like Y2K a little bit, and I kind of do, but also kind of don't. It's like, it's not like authentic Y2K at all, but it's like more of the like influencer Y2K vibe of today. And I'm okay with that. I actually really like the way that like she turned out. She kind of reminds me of Zoe Patel a little bit, like just a little bit. I don't know why. I think it's like the vibes. It's not so much like her face or anything. It's just like they give off the same vibe for some reason to me. Then move on to Morgan. Morgan also shows up a lot for me. I don't know if there's like a particular reason why some of the default sims show up more often than others, but I do run into her a lot. So I wanted to give her like a decent makeover. And she too is also supposed to be athletic for some reason. I've already forgotten her backstory. But and she has a good face. Like honestly, I appreciate the limitations that makeovers give me, because I feel like it helps rein me in a little bit from getting lost in the CAS abyss a little bit. Because it's like I don't have to worry about like creating the sim and like liking the sim that I created. I can just sort of focus my energy in on making whatever sim that pops up look good to me, and that's much easier to do, I think. And I imagined her to be like a Pilates girly, and so I gave her like Pilates girly outfits for her everyday wear. So she was wearing like the like what do they call it? Like the BBL jacket from Lululemon at first. So I was like, you know what, she probably gets down like that. Let me let me give her a cute little Pilates outfit. And then I decided to just do pink, like pinks and purples. I really enjoy this like formal wear. I think it's really cute, and I love like the makeup and the earrings and of course the dress and everything. I think it's cute. I like it. And we move on to Sophia, who I haven't seen in a very long time. I feel like years ago I would see her a lot, but like she's not popped up for me in a very long time. So it was kind of fun seeing her again. I feel like I saw like an old friend or something. And that's sort of the problem when you play this game for too long. It's yeah, like it feels like family. Because if you've been playing with them, at least I've been playing with them since I was like 13. So yeah, we're kind of locked in at this point. It's a little too late. It's too back out now. Yeah, you know, like I went from what was that, like entering high school, like entering freshman year of high school when this game came out, to grad school. Like it's a long time, like a really really long time. I've been playing this game too long, I think, actually. It's kind of it's basically family. It's family now. So I think that's why I was so happy giving a lot of these Sims makeovers, because it's like I've known them for like 10 years now. Like they deserve it. They've been with me for a little bit too long to not help them. But I really like Sophia's face, actually. Like she's got a really good face for a default sim, especially with like CC and like eyelashes and everything. But like, yeah. I kind of had like no hope for any of these sims aside from like 2 of them that they would turn out well. But yeah, they really surprised me. Like I don't dislike any of them. It's crazy, I know, but I think they all turned out like really well. And yeah, I'm glad that I was able to do this. Because I always say this when I give like townies makeovers, but like I always need new people for like my legacy saves and stuff. So it's so handy to just be able to like grab them from the gallery and like plop them down somewhere and just like let them roam free and like decide to move in with whatever random townie they want to move in with. Like it's great. It really is good, especially because like with legacy saves I usually play for like 3 generations before I get bored. So they usually do need like new people after every generation, but especially after the 2nd generation. So it's nice. It's nice. And then we move on to Hunter, and I'm not gonna lie, I specifically saved Hunter for last because like I just was not excited about him at all, actually. But he turned out okay. I'm okay with like the way that he turned out, but like he gave boring to me at first, not gonna lie. So I'm like, I wanted something fun for him. And I, of course, kept his glasses and everything, but I wanted something fun for the hair, but I just didn't know what. But then I saw this. I'm pretty sure it's from the jewelry pack. Pretty sure. And it has like that pretty mint green at the front. Like that's nice. I like that a lot, actually. I might actually use that hair more often because it's a really nice hair, and I especially like the colors. It's really really nice. And so then I just gave him like mint stuff because of the hair. It affected a lot, actually. So I kept very mint and like green. And I don't remember what Hunter does either. Not gonna lie. All I know is that Hunter is gay, and I think on social media. I'm not. Do not quote me. I mean, you guys will know because like I'll put the little background story thing in the video, but I don't remember. But yeah, I had fun styling Hunter, surprisingly. I know I've said this about like at least 3 other Sims in this video already, but I can still be surprised. And then we move on to the screenshots. I took them in San Sequoia, where I've been taking almost all my screenshots lately. And it was really fun seeing how like they all turned out. Especially considering what they all looked like before the makeover. I think I did well. And I think I did doubly well because like they have like all their outfits, you know? Like it's great. They don't just look good with every day, like they just look good, period. And that makes me happy. I'm glad that I'm like doing that now. It definitely does mean that like videos are a little longer, but you guys will complain if you want to. But I'll have these guys up on my Patreon eventually. Probably over the weekend, honestly. So keep an eye out there. But yeah.